Just one more day till the start of the global Dokkan campaign. But when do those banners release? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. We are just 24 hours away from the start of the global Dokkan campaign. And outside of figuring out who the units might be, which we should get in a reveal here within the next 18 hours, we are here to answer that question that is on everyone's mind, and that is, when do the banners drop? So let's go ahead and let's hop in here. So we know that the live stream is coming here in just about 16 hours, right? Scheduled for 4:30 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. So at that time, we will likely get the art reveal, the full kit and details for what we're expecting to be is a full Z Saga celebration. That's the leading theory right now. If you're kind of curious about how we're laying out that theory and the potential EZAs, and you want to check those out before the live stream, make sure you check the links in the description down below. But, right, whatever it's going to be, that doesn't really matter for the purposes of this video, although we are expecting to see a new Frieza and Super Saiyan Goku. So the live stream this year is scheduled for 4:30, which is a little bit earlier than the live stream from last year, but this might just be more due to timing and what they've got going on and who they've got scheduled for this reveal. Regardless, we know that the time is at 4:30. For reference, right, last year's stream was scheduled for 1800 PST. On the 5th, which was about 3 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, same timeline. So we're going to work around that time. So that was the scheduled live stream at 3 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, and right here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So 3 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time was our release for the live stream, and roughly 1 day later was when we saw the reveal for the units in game. Right, banners released in game at 3 p.m. the following day. Right, so the original, once again, right, the stream was on the 5th. 24 hours later, we got the units in game. That gave us enough time for a data download, the celebration to start, and all kinds of other things going on, right? This is how, right, because of the data download that happened between then and then, that's actually how we found out about Omega being the part 2. So, yeah, 24 hours is what we're working with. But things are a little different this year. Again, that reveal time is shifted, right? It's actually it's actually a little bit different this year. So if we take a look here, there's a couple things that are going to kind of note to us the changes. Number one, right, in the data, we already know that there is a shift to the title screen and the songs that are going to be playing at the title screen, right? So currently Chala Hai Chala is playing, and that is scheduled to end on the 29th at 1800 JST on the 29th. So that is actually this time here that we had pulled up. Oh, no, this time here. Nope. Yes, this time here, right? So 1800 JST, that's 6 p.m. And that would actually put it at 11 p.m. on the 28th. So what that's saying is that the live stream is going to happen in 16 hours at 4:30 on the 28th, and about 5 to 6 hours later, we're going to see the celebration itself start in game. As again, this is when the title screen change, the Power Surge ticket renewal is scheduled, and the Redstone announcement is scheduled to go live for the updated Red Dragonstone. So it's a safe assumption that this is the start of the campaign. Now, that doesn't mean this is when the banner is going to be released, right? This just means this is when the start of the campaign is. If we assume things are similar to last year, and I'm going to kind of assume that there's still going to be roughly a 24-hour window to work with here. And this is kind of confirmed in game by the where did it go here? The Elder Kai banner, which is scheduled to end at 7 p.m. right? There's always about a 24-hour window between that time, right? So it'll end tomorrow at 7 p.m., which is after the live stream. So after the live stream, Elder Kai banner goes away, and within 24 hours, we should get a new one. So what I would say here is our likely scenario is at earliest, the banners drop when the celebration starts at this 1800 JST time, or it's 24 hours later, placing it on let's just go ahead and adjust this time here. Where is it? 4 4:30, right? So, and then on the 29th. Right, so if we just assume that, right, 24 hours later, this is the time we're going to expect. Somewhere between this window, 4:30 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, or that 11 p.m. we talked about a minute ago. So, I mean, if you want to know what this is going to look like, if it's the 11 p.m. time, right, if you are in Pacific Standard Time, you are looking at a 2 a.m. release time. Of course, Japan, we just gave you the Japan time, right? Mountain Time's looking at about a 3 a.m. Central Time, you're looking at about a 4 a.m. Release time, and Eastern time, right, on the East Coast, you guys are looking at a 5 a.m. Across the pond, right, 10 a.m. 11 a.m., right, is what you're looking at in British summertime and Paris, right? EEST is looking at about a noon, right? For our friends in Australia, you're looking at about 7 p.m., 5 p.m. in the Philippines, and right, we pulled up a country in Africa here, Cameroon, right? Looking at about a 10 a.m. time, right? On the other end, right? If we go with that 4:30, that 24-hour mark, right? PST, you guys are looking at about 7:30. 11:30 on a.m. on the 30th. For our JP players, right? Mountain Time, you're looking at about 8:30 p.m., 9:30 p.m. on Central Time. Eastern Time, going to be looking at 10:30 p.m. All the way across the ocean. British summertime, France, you guys are looking at 3:30 and 4:30 a.m. Eastern European Time, you guys are looking at 5:30 a.m. on the 30th. Australia and the Philippines looking at 12:30 p.m. on the 30th and 10:30 a.m. Right? Of course, right? If your city isn't listed here, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below. But again, this is our window we're working with, right? If we assume that it matches, that the banners are going to match the data, which doesn't always happen, right? The banners don't always drop exactly when the celebration starts. We've seen this on a multitude of cases. It's likely that this isn't going to be what we see, right? Compared to previous years, the more likely scenario it is that 24-hour mark. And the reason why is because remember, this is a full-on event, right? There's a fan event happening at the time that we have this year, right? At the time that this is going on at 4:30 p.m., right? There's a whole fan event that's going on. So I would likely imagine they'll probably wait the 24 hours to do it. I doubt they'll drop it in the middle of the, well, I guess it wouldn't be in the mid. I would assume the event would be over by then, because if we go with that, if we go with this, the JST time here, right? If we go with this time, right, it would be 2 a.m. Pacific time, so the event would be over. But I don't know if that's enough time for them to do the data download and do everything they need to do to get this preparation ready. I would imagine somewhere in that window is what we're going to see. So best bet is at the earliest time, we're going to have, 1800 JST, which is 11 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, or we're going to get that 4:30 p.m., that 24 hours later. 4:30 is a little odd, right? They might just drop it down to 4 or just drop it right down to reset, where it's, at, I think reset is 2 p.m. So they might drop it, maybe an hour or so, but I would imagine sometime within that window is when we would expect to see the banners, and no more than that. So guys, that is it for the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, are you excited for the upcoming Global Dokkan campaign? Let us know if you have any other theories between now and the release time for who we might be seeing. Let us know what you're most excited for. And let us know if you think there might be a different time released for the banners. Do you think it's going to happen within that 24-hour mark? Or do you think we might actually get lucky enough to see the banners drop when the celebration starts, just about 6 hours after the live stream? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.